This is still, by many, viewed as a transition year for the club. What steps do you want to see the team take moving forward?
Oh, we got to see the continued development of the young pitching. I'm sure you've heard that from everybody you asked. The young kids that we've gotten in the draft the last couple of years, as well as the ones that everybody's talking about that require to be a trade. So we want to see the development. Obviously, we're interested to see Darno, who's going to be a key guy for us over the next few years. We think, along with the guys that we've had, the young guys, I think it's time for the guys who've been around, Tejada, Murph, Davis, Duda, Parnell, G, Neese, to kind of graduate. They've come up through the system and they've always been the younger guys who, been respectful, looking up to the veterans that we've had. But now, they've been in the big leagues a couple of years, and it's time. The message from us has been it's time for you guys to step up and take some ownership on this team, because this is your team. And David's still here, and he's kind of like, I view him as like the big brother who's kind of led the way. But now it's time for that core group to step up, and it's our job to supplement them with the pieces that we need to get to where we need to be. And we're starting to do that. I think this, as you said, is a transitional year, but if we can get to a point where we have a better sense as to which of those guys are pieces for a championship team, and now next year when we have some more flexibility, we add key pieces to put us over the top. At least we'll come out of this season knowing where we want to spend that money.
With a couple of the younger players that are real close, specifically Wheeler and Darno, I know the intention's to open the season with them in the minors. Is that more of a Super 2 arbitration avoiding thing, or is it a seasoning thing? And at what point do you kind of get them up to the show?
Yeah, here we really haven't focused, here I mean the Mets, on that financial side. Certainly it's part of the equation, but I think we're more interested in doing what's best for them as players and what's best for them developmentally. And I think both of them are on a similar time frame. Darno got to AAA, performed, but then had the knee injury. So the question is, has he had enough AAA at bats to come up here and not only compete, which we know he can do, but to get up here and succeed? And Wheeler similarly is actually a little bit further behind. He just got a taste last year. He really could probably use some more developmental time in the minors, even though his stuff right now plays at the major league level. That's not all this game's about. To be a winning player, you have to be able to do all the little things as well, and that's what development's about with a pitcher in terms of command, but also holding runners and handling the bat and all those things. So, but ultimately, the decision will be made on the field and what we think is best for them as players.
As assistant GM, what are kind of your day-to-day responsibilities outside of the sexy we're dealing with the trade situation?
Yeah. Most of my time is spent on the administrative side, making sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, so that the Terry and Sandy can make the bigger decisions. So I just try to keep my eyes and ears open to clearing their plates and making sure that we don't have any, whether it's administrative or procedural issues that would get in the way of letting them do what they want to do in terms of putting the best team together. So whatever Sandy needs me to do to help make his life easier and keep his plate clean, that's what I do.
You going to stick with us until this is done, or you got your phone's burning up with calls from outside?
No, I've been here. This is my 9th season. I love it here. I was born and raised in the New York area. There's nowhere I'd rather be, and I'm here to see us get multiple rings.